Okay, so on this lecture, I want to talk about how can we add extra controller or element into the existing rig. So at the moment, this rig has been, by the way, this rig has been was done by Glenn. Um, so he already has skin weight on it, I believe. So what I need to do is I need to alter. I'm gonna add a spawn. I'd like to have this be able to rotate to itself, and let me reset the pivot point, so be able to animate that manually. So first we need to detach the skin, but the skin has been painted already, so we better to export the skin weight so that we can reuse this. So I'm gonna go to a rigging module. Make sure you go to by post first, so zero out all the controller, and I think maybe the guys need to be, here we go, temporary. So check each controller need to be zero out. Then now we can select the joint and then go to skin, go to bind pose. Now when you see go to bind pose feedback, it mean it's complete. So now I'm gonna select the surface. I'm gonna export this skin weight, skin, and export skin map. And I'm gonna do a little high, just in case. Even though basically if it's low polygon, we can do low. However, I am a little suspect on the if you look at on the modeling UV editor, and can you see the UV itself? It's so small, like right there. Let me dim it. There you go. See, it's really tiny, small UV. So, and if these are, let's say 256, that will be a tiny pixel. So it's mean it will not be able to remap correctly. So I want it to be safe. I'm gonna do even 4K. So 4K map export is a little big exported, but we can call skin map. I'm gonna organize a little bit. So this is called a bad guy. Yep. Body BD. Okay, here we go. Really big. So, and it said oh, sorry, no skin was select because I am not on the object mode. So let's do it again. Export skin map, and bad guys BD body. Here we go. Okay. And it take a little bit of time because such a large image format. So basically 4K map, and I don't know how many joints do we have here. So it means each joint is per map basically. Even finger, you can read on the feedback there. So it's gonna take a little bit of time. Here we go, it's done. So now what else? The boot, and there's a left and right. So, and we can export only one, and then we can mirror the boot, I believe. So, well, just to be safe, this is left. So export, oops, skin, export skin map. Even the boot, because it's such a small file, small UV. So BD, this is a L boot. Okay, 6 map, that should be a little quicker. I'm gonna do, just in case, do left L and right boot. So, skin map, right boot, R, and here we go. So now what else? Now the mustache, we can actually skin it too, or you can separate them. Eyebrow, we will separate. And eyebrow, right now eyebrow, I think has been locked. I'm gonna unlock them. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how to do a let's see, shape, blend shape for that animation. Okay, so now I'm gonna detach the skin because I'm gonna create a new hierarchy on joints. So unbind, that's it. Okay, and might be a good idea to freeze transformation just to be safe. Modify, freeze it. What does it say? Producing shape mask has absolutely tweak node. Hold on. What is has? Let me do one at a time. Freeze it. This is the one. Undo. Oh, there's a tweak node there. It could be from a skin or something like that. That's okay. Delete history. Here we go. Now I'm gonna freeze it. Okay, and let's check there. Also has that no tweak node, so should be okay to freeze it. Same here. Freeze all of them. Okay, and maybe when probably that tweak node it could cause some deformation that incorrect. Oh, so this has been skinned. Okay, so I'm gonna have to unbind that. Okay, and then I'm gonna freezing it. Here we go. Let's check that one. That one's good. Eyes good. Okay, so I'm not going to touch those. Here we go. So now it's time to save scene as. Call a how about rig skin B. Okay, so now I'm gonna edit the foot. Actually, I know that a let me template that instead. The advanced skeleton is allow you to edit and modify the hierarchy also. However, I am not really familiar with that too, so I'm gonna do manually. So I'm gonna create a join, open up option, and this time I'm gonna orient it to the workspace just to make that a little easier. So basically what I need is I just need one join here and second join there. Okay, and so I'm gonna move it in place. So basically I'm gonna move it right there. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate also and then move it to the other side. Okay, because we already have the existing one, right? So now existing hierarchy. So let me increase this radius so that we can see. Okay, and I'm gonna call these are boot join. So I'm gonna call, let me name it properly, angle join. Okay, let's say left side, so will be L boot JNT or join, something like that. Okay. Oop. And then I'm gonna copy that. We need the end join, so this is called end. Okay. I should have, let me duplicate this, Control D, so that I don't have to rename it. And I'm gonna rename the hierarchy, so I'm gonna go to modify, search and replace. I'm gonna replace R to L to R. Here we go. So that should be good. So basically we're gonna parent this to there, put it in the hierarchy. That's it. So now if I move this, can you see it move with it? Okay, so, and it should work. Okay, so now we're gonna skin that to here, and then we paint the texture from there. Now, this object, the star itself, we're gonna animate it. So basically, I'm gonna create a circle. And this circle, I'm gonna just hold V key, snap to the joint. If it's hard to see, just do that. Here we go. And then rotate 90 degrees on the direction that, something like that. Here we go. Let's turn this back on. We want to make it bigger. Okay. And I could, let me hide that. Let me isolate. Control 1, isolate it. Oops, sorry. Control 1 to get it back. Control 1 again. Basically, Control 1 is undershow, isolate, selected, view selected. Control 1. The reason is I wanted. I want to change the shape so that looked like star. Here we go. Oh, hold on. I think it's a wrong. Like this. Okay, let me Control 1. Bring this back. Here we go. So basically, I wanted to. Well. Okay. Let me go to object mode. How about that? Okay, so now I'm gonna face transform it, face transformation, delete history, Control Alt, Shift Alt D, and now we delete history, and I'm gonna copy that name and call CTL controller basically, and I'm gonna duplicate it. And I'm gonna snap to that one after I duplicate it. Hold V key. Here we go. And this one I'm gonna rename it to R. Face transformation. Okay. So basically, this object will be a shell of the controller. That's it. So I'm gonna press P. Same here. Press P. So now when I grab this, I will be able to rotate it. Okay. And I'm gonna add extra group node because later on I'm gonna parent this to there. Right? That's it. So let's skin this back. Now when we skin it back, the paint weight we have to touch up on this section because this has been added. So I'm gonna select that. I'm not parenting anything on the spawn control yet, and trust this technique will apply to any other also. I almost forget. We're gonna prepare to create a blend shape on the beer. So we can blend shape and then we can attach it also. So okay. Let me think quick. So this one I'm gonna let me put outside of any layers. So let me remove, oh hold on, we'll so well, let's do it. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna remove that. Here we go. And then now I can hide. Can you see? Here we go. And I don't want curve to be there too, so I could create a new layers, and I can call you can call R rig or something like that. I'm gonna well, you can separate it. Let's say curve. So CT. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, hold on. Not mesh layer. I copy CTL layer. So controls. And I'm gonna hide polygon quick because I saw the polygons there. I'm gonna grab all the curve and add into this layer, and then I can hide it. Show all. There we go. Oh, I think I select that one. Transform geometry. Okay. And make sure you delete history. Edit. Delete by type history. Modify. Feeds transform already. I'm gonna do center pivot. Okay. And then I'm gonna remove it from that layers. When I hide it, here we go. So what I am doing is, if we're gonna create a blend shape, so I'm gonna duplicate it, and then I can move it outside. Okay. So now I can do deform it. Let's say if I do press B and reduce the so what if I want this, let me think, how about just make the beer look kind of a flapping. Okay, you can do more. Okay, so let me turn on a symmetry object so that I can do only one time, and then I press D, change the pivot point to maybe right around there. How about that? V key. Here we go. So press D, rotate, and here we go. I don't like it. Hold on. Let me go to Q again. I want to add. How about this section? Okay, now rotate. D. I'm gonna snap to that one. V key. Here we go. Okay. D again. How about this? So we can animate it moving like that. And then let me move forward a little bit. How about that? Okay. So now that's it. Now do not feed transform on this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select the object we want it to be deformed, and the last one will be the base object. Okay. So now you go to deform menu, blend shape, open up object. So now you have blend shape node. You can call anything you like, or you can just, oops, sorry, you can name it. I'm gonna name Mustache. And then origin must be local, which is this one. And we did not freeze. If you freeze, it will not work. So check topology because we want to match. I mean, now the in between is mean you can create more more complex motion by producing more than one target shape, and the blend shape, and then you use in between, so it will create a shape 1, 2, 3. It create like a Let me explain that later. Right now we don't need it. So when I click create, now when you click on this one, there will be a Mustache blend shape. So, and oh, hold on one moment, guys. Sorry. I have to undo because of this, guys. I have another shape node, a blend shape node on top from the previous version, from the previous set. So I'm gonna have to undo. So select the shape node and then the target. Okay. And then you go to deform blend shape. Make sure you check. I'm gonna name Mustache. Click apply and close. So now the blend shape node is called Mustache. So then can you see I can animate that. So you can create a set driven key to drive the volumes to here from the controller. Now the good thing is, let me go to Mustache, and it's the Mustache one here. So when I move, now what I can do though, if I want to, I can still modify it. Can you see that? And it will apply into it. So let me modify a little bit. I'm gonna use symmetrical X. Okay, so now with these somehow doesn't let me do it. So I'm gonna turn it off. Let's do it. Here we go. And let me grab that. I want it to deform to make a better look. Here we go. Let me right there. Okay. Oh, let me press B to turn off. Here we go. Okay. And I could do a little bit. How about that? Here we go. This one I'm gonna go to that way. Okay. So now I'm gonna go back here, and I'm gonna manipulate the width. Here we go. So it's like talk. Okay. So now this one we can keep as a backup. So I'm gonna call BlandShape. BlandShape layers. I'm gonna have another one too. Okay. And then I'm gonna hide it. So now I'm gonna bring the guy back. The join layers. This one we can skin them actually, and so why don't this time we skin it? Okay, so I'm gonna unparent, shift P, so now it's come outside. Same here, I'm gonna shift P also, because we're gonna skin them. So now the eyebrow, I'm gonna do the same. Let me remove off these masked layers so I can hide them. Here we go. So I'm gonna do again, Control D, move it away. So this time though, what if I want to, I can do Control D, three shape. So the first one, let's do simple just by moving up like that. And this one, how about make it angry? Yeah, like this, angry. Okay, maybe it shift down a little bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna name this angry brown. Angry. I mean, I want to name angry brown just because, so that I can see it. Angry brown mesh. Okay. I can see angry brown mesh shape on the blend shape node. And this one is I don't know what to call that. I'm gonna call surprise. I don't know. How about, gosh, what do you call that? Up brow, maybe? I don't know. How about up? Up brow. Okay, so don't phase transform. It's really crucial. Do not phase transform on the shape target, on the shape node. And this is the base shape. This is the target shape. So now I'm gonna select 1, 2, and 3. You can have more than, I mean, any number actually. Deform blend shape node, and I'm gonna call brown. Okay. Oh, eyebrow. Sorry. And eyebrow will have 2 more target. Same here. Create. So now when I highlight the brow, can you see eyebrows? I have set angry brow and mesh brow. So if I do angry, here we go. I can do combine angry and then up. So you got, instead of total of 3 shape, you got 4 because you can combine them. So basically, and I'm gonna put back to 0. Come on. And I'm gonna add to blend shape. So now let's bring everything. At this moment, this has blend shape, so it means it doesn't have an extra control like the eye, right? The eye has extra control. So basically, you just create a slide with this, right? That's extra control. But this one, we have to control the mustache. So you can make decision if you're gonna have a mouth. Maybe I should add mouth control, because right now, can you see this joint will be mouth? Okay. I mean, you can add open jaw from the head controls too, like head. I can add another one, modify, and I mean, it's totally up to you. You can add all the controller directly to here, or you can add extra controller somewhere along the face. So you could even add eyebrow control from here too. Oops, I got 0. No, could be. You can do a lot of things. So, and I think maybe because we are on the eye, so let's add eyebrows on here. So I am not going to animate rotate and scale visibility. So I'm gonna lock and hide, and then I'm gonna add, modify, add to build. I'm gonna call eyebrow control. So now eyebrow control, I have a 2 set, right? So I have a up brow and angry brow. So I should name, how about up brow? Okay. And up brow minimum would be 0 because it's 0 to 1, right? So maximum would be 1. And in this case, I can just use connection editor. I don't have to set div key. So I add. Here we go. So now brow started at 0. And I do minimum at 0, maximum at 1. Did I do that? Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me remove that brow quick. I forgot. Sorry, I keep talking and so I'm gonna remove that, delete. Let's add again. Modify, add attribute. This will be up brow. And up brow minimum is cannot go below than 0. Maximum is 1. Default set to 0. So I'm correct. So the next one is angry. Angry brow. And angry brow, I'm gonna do the same. So 0, 1, and set to 0. Here we go. So now, what am I going to do on this though? Well, I'm gonna set not driven key. I'm gonna do connection editor to there, to the brow. So I'm gonna select that aim eye control, and I'm gonna go to Window, General Editor, Connection Editor. and I'm gonna connect up brow, okay, to this control. Now we have to bring that in. So I'm gonna select bring that up and load it up in on the right side. We can't just roll it down because it's under input. If I do reload right, you will not be able to find that extra attribute because it's not there. It's under input. So you select the object, which is the brown, go to attribute editor and look for eyebrow tab here. That's it. Select and then load to the right. Now you should see the weight right there. So up brow to up brow match, angry brow to angry brow match, and I'm gonna close that. Okay, so now when I grab this, and this is what I can do. Can you see? Here we go. I can animate. I can combine them. There we go. So let me, so here we go. Okay, so and then I can put this back to 0. Okay, same here. Mustache. If you want mustache to be with a jaw, so well, let's create a jaw control. I'm gonna just do a nerves curve. You know, actually, I do not like that. Let me add jaw control. So I have my control here. Oh, okay, I don't have a box. I thought I do have a box. I used to have one. Let me pause quick. Well, guys, I'm gonna just add into this video. So for people who did not take the TD class, so I'm gonna save this, and then I'm gonna create a new scene quick, just to create my controller. So I'm gonna add box, and on the box, if I right click, I choose display, show vertex. There we go. So I'm gonna draw the curve. I use EP curve tool, double click on it, turn on linear. I'm gonna switch to wireframe mode. Oops, sorry. Here we go. So I'm gonna hold V key and snap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has to be loop around. And if you're not sure, just loop more than one time, as long as it's in a single line. Now I got that cube. Okay, so, and that cube right here. So I can grab that command, and I'm gonna drop in there. Here we go. And I'm gonna create a mail script. So now if I delete that, when I click this, I get that cube. Okay, let me save or shelf. I should rename it. Edit. Command name to tip label. Let's say box. Okay, save it again. Okay, now I'm gonna reopen my object, my rigging, and so I'm gonna create a box, a little small. It's okay, make it bigger. So this will be a jaw control, and my pivot point should be right on the jaw joint, right there. Here we go. And I can scale it down a little bit into the shape that I prefer. So let me hide that again. Let me see. It doesn't look really nice at all. Well, let me enlarge a little bit. How about that? And I'm gonna subtract, so I kind of, ouch. There we go. Return back. So I'm kind of sculpting the I want the shape to be correspond to the model basically. I don't know. So maybe just like that. Oh god, it doesn't look good, but it's okay. Here we go. How about that gonna be jaw? Okay, so that's gonna be jaw control. So I'm gonna call a jaw CTL. Let me see how he. Okay, just jaw CTL. That's okay. And the jaw CTL basically I'm gonna have to fees transform fees, and I'm gonna do just only rotate. Actually, the jaw itself you can rotate. You can kind of show a little bit like this, you know, like grinding. So maybe I'm gonna keep that left. I'm gonna hide everything else, and the rotation. Let me think. One. You could do like this a little bit too. I don't know. So okay, so I'm gonna hide that and this. Lock and hide. Hold on. One moment. I think I should group it to itself first. So jaw join, and because we're gonna have to have a group node above this. Okay. So I'm gonna do Control G to group it to itself, and I'm gonna name GP. Here we go. And I'm gonna move pivot point and put it right on the neck, not the jaw joint, on the neck. So let me turn on move to, press D, move a little bit. Here we go. This one has to be right there, V. Here we go. And then I'm gonna parent it to there too, to that joint, basically the neck, the head joint, parent. So now the reason that we add the group nodes, because we want the group node to contain all the volumes, not the controller. So the controller, we're gonna translate X, nothing else. So lock and high. Okay. So now we cannot parent, these cannot be a child. I mean, it can, but we don't want that. We just want to be controlled by it. Oh, hey guys, I totally forgot. We already have the jaw control there. I don't know why I have to do this. Sorry. So let me undo. I apologize. I forgot. Because this is a yeah, the advanced skeleton. So let me go to control vertex. I'm gonna hide joint. So I'm gonna grab control vertex. Do not scale them on the object mode, because if you scale them on the object mode, you're gonna change the volumes. So I could even do, yeah, just like, oh, sorry. Let me save quick. Undo. There we go. Got to be bigger. And I'm gonna rotate it so that it come out like this. Here we go. And I can reshape it if I want to. That I'm gonna do reshaping. If you are on the component mode, you can reshape them. It will not cause any changing on the volumes. Can you see? So now we got that. So the jaw joint, the jaw control, here we go. And we can limit, I can limit lock and high. So I can animate moving like up. Oh, okay, so it has been locked, so it won't let you animate that, so never mind. So I can lock and high, so only the rotation. Here we go. So now we're gonna add mustache on this. So I can do a modify, add to build, and oh, sorry, mustache. So we're gonna call mustache. Okay, and mustache, because we have a 0 to 1 again, and then I have only one blend shape, so I can put 0 and 1, and then okay. So when you click OK, it means add and close. So now we're gonna have to link this. So we're gonna go to Window, General Editor, and Connection Editor. The reason that I can use Connection Editor because I specify only 0 to 1. If you have a negative value, you can specify too, but if you have a, let's say, an attribute that 0 to 1, but controller need to be 0 to 10, for example, you cannot use connection editor. You have to use set driven key. Okay, connection editor editors mean the values are equal on controller and object that will be controlling. Okay, so I scroll down until I see mustache. Now I select that mustache, match, go to the blend shape mustache right there. So I have to select, reload right, look at on the weight because it's under weight, and highlight it, close, and I am done. So now I can animate mustache by doing that. So now how can we bring this all together? This has to be skin. When you pick the skin, you skin the weight 100% only on one particular joint. That's what the trick is. So I select that, select the boot, and select the root, and then I'm gonna go to skin, bind skin, and I'm gonna turn off this temporarily, bind it. It's just because I wanted to import the skin weight on it. So skin, import, so the body, and body, here we go, add. All right. So it's a little high resolution, which we wanted to ensure they're moving correctly. I mean, get a blend shape correctly. Here we go. So still not. This is the problem on this. It's nothing like what we did wrong. It's just because of this. So it should not do that at all. It should get as what you needed. However, in this case, you will have to paint, repaint the skin weight again. It's just because of this UV. See, that's too small. So the pixel will be big, so you will not get a blend shape, a blend deformer of the weight correctly with the import skin. So the problem is not what I did or what you did. The problem is the UV. UV has to be big match with the one-to-one space on here, like to kind of in the one-to-one space. So because right now it's pick only like a few pixels, even though we said 4,000 still, I think if we're gonna make this work, we're probably gonna have to do like 10, 20,000 or even 50,000 pixels, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, it's just the way you need to, it's just thing that you need to work on it. Okay, so, and so basically I'm gonna have to repaint the skin, but I am not going to repaint that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on this. Let me rotate the head quick. Here we go. It seems good. In this case though, when I do skin, let me go back to the skin weight again. Let me undo before skin weight. So, okay guys, so now we know one thing, that import skin does not work on this particular model because of the UV. So when I do skinning, I'm gonna have to stick with my rule again, 3, and maintain max inference in skin, so that I can paint them Now what you need to do is for the eyebrow, I would suggest it to have a skin weight 100% to this, so that when you deform the angry brow, let's do that. So I'm gonna select that skin weight and paint skin weight. I'm gonna right click to this joint and I want that to be oh wait, let's stick it with the head joint. So because head joint is the head joint should be controlled better, and then I'm gonna flood at 100% and flood it with that, so will be solid. Same here as mustache, will be on that joint, on the head joint again, flood it 100% flood, so it will not be deformed any other joint except for the head joint. Now not deformed with the jaw neither. Here we go, can you see? Not the jaw. Okay, and now on the jaw though, when you rotate, and I can go back to mustache and I can do that. Here we go, and I can go to the eye right there. Here we go, and when I move, here we go. Now we have to work on the unpaint that joint, because the head has to be belong to this joint only, the whole head basically. So if I do Control 1, sorry, save first. Here we go. So if I do Control 1, here we go, and I'm gonna paint. Now I'm double click. I'm gonna choose only head joint. Let's see, where's the head? So I select head, and I'm gonna paint this 100%. Okay, to get started, head right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna add joint the jaw face, and I'm gonna remove this. So I'm gonna put 0, remove that one. Oh, if I can't remove, I have to do replace 0. B key, I want to replace that. Here we go. I don't want to affect there. So, and add back to 1. I want that one. Here we go. Okay, so now Control 1 to bring it back, and I'm gonna test rotate the head. Here we go. Oh, still the surface that need to paint, no big deal. I can select that, paint on that head. I'm gonna flood, repaste. Oh, I can't flood, I have to paint it right there. It has been repaced. Okay, it just because let me add that one. Here we go. Okay, all right. So now I can right click to there. Here we go, and add that back. I'm gonna do it quick. Like I said, when you do on your own, just make it take your time. Okay. So for now, okay, I think you got an idea now. So at this moment, when I rotate the head up, and I can grab the eyes, and angry brow still gonna work. Here we go. I can do combination of it, and I can do mustache. Here we go. So that's it for the lecture. Let me save this and bring everything back to normal. Brow. Okay. And mustache. It's on the, here we go. 0. Here we go. Okay. All right, save. Okay, that's it.